Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is our weekly podcast where we talk about knitting, crochet, and spinning. I'm sorry. I don't have our notes in front of us, so I'm just kind of winging it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
We're the Weasley sisters.
Oh,
Alina, aka Star Knits. Today is April 4th, 2013.
I'm Jessica, aka Naturally Knitty. And welcome. Grab your knitting or crochet or spinning or whatever and craft along with us as we chat.
Yeah. So first up we have Mojo, or our finished objects. And I have nothing as per par for this month.
Aw.
What do you have?
I have stuff. I actually don't have my owl. I finished it. I don't have it to show you guys because it's packaged up and ready to send off to Helga. But I finished it. And it's awesome. So yeah, that was cool. I also managed, I did Quidditch, which was like teams or whatever. And I made another square.
Oh, cool.
It was fun though. I told Chloe to go pick out 2 happy colors from my acrylic stash, and that's what she came up with. So yeah, I thought it was cute. And then I also, after I finished my owl, I decided to do another class. So I made a dishcloth. Just crocheted, double crocheted, and like went to town. It only took like an hour, I think. But
Cool.
you can always use more dishcloths, so that's what I always do when I'm not sure what to make, or if I want to like get one more thing in. But I think that's it. Yep. Whips.
Okay.
Works in progress.
My owl is still at 50%, and it's also in the timeout trunk.
Uh-oh.
So is our coffee table. And I just had to get it out of my line of sight.
Do you want to talk about it, or is this not a time to do that?
I mean, it's just one of those things that it looks really cool, but I just didn't have time, and it's the like 3rd time I've been knitting these socks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my 2nd Ancient Runes owl attempt. No, it's my 1st.
Is it astronomy or ancient runes?
Ancient Runes.
Oh, okay.
So I was testing that. No, it's my 2nd because the first time. No, I did it for pattern writing, so that wasn't Ancient Runes. That was
Astronomy, right?
yeah. But it's my 2nd time owling these socks. I was doing the chart, is how I was doing it for Ancient Runes, and I just didn't. I mean, it's working really good, and the chart is working really well, and it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't have time. Real life completely took over my life this term.
It happens.
And then my order mission, I only got to about 45%. So that is in a kind of timeout, mainly because I'm pondering if I should finish it or rip it out, because Bella is growing. And this really pisses me off. I guess I should try it on her before I rip it.
I would do that, yeah. You don't want to...
She's like really skinny and everything, so that's not a problem.
You could just lengthen it.
Yeah.
If you needed to.
That was the one I got gauge. I didn't get gauge for, but I got... The gauge that I got was bigger, so I'm knitting it a smaller size, but a different length. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'll just try it on her and see if it fits her. But by the time I finish it, it's going to be summer, and she's not going to wear it for a year. And that's kind of why I'm like, should I just rip it and knit bigger?
can you rip it out to like the arm before you like do the arms? Because it's top down, right? And can you just like make it a little bigger and then keep going?
Top down in a reverse rib, so you increase the ribbing. You know, but I think I might have knit an extra size bigger. I don't remember. I haven't looked at it since I had you turn it in for 45% for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I pulled out because all my current knitting projects hate me. I pulled out a work in progress that makes me happy. I pulled out my Rainbow of Awesome socks.
I love those socks.
And I started knitting on them again. And they're happy. Except for the needles are so super sharp. I keep stabbing myself with them and it really hurts. Because they're the collage square needles, but look how super sharp that point is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it really hurts.
I wouldn't be able to knit with them. I use my fingers a little bit to push things, and like even Knit Picks needles like poke me, and they hurt. I have to get used to them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, but I keep stabbing myself with them on accident, and it's not fun. But knitting the socks is a lot of fun. So those are on size 1. My collage square needles, the ones that they replaced with. So they're the newer cables. And then after I got back on the 4th or 5th, that week I had told a friend I would teach her Girl Scouts how to knit. And I couldn't like reschedule it. I was like so pooped. But I was going to teach them how to knit ruffle scarves.
Okay.
Figured that's easy. And frilly and girly for little kids.
Yeah.
So I had gotten this yarn in a swap. And oh crap. Okay. I had gotten this yarn in a swap, so I started knitting a ruffle scarf. It was just the needles were caught in the thing and I thought I had pulled out the stitches. So I started knitting a ruffle scarf, which I didn't even have the energy that last week to turn it in as a partial. I was just kind of like, I just didn't care. So I'm about halfway with the thing. I'm not sure if I like this yarn. I have the card for it right here. It is Rossetti Flora. It is 100 grams of a cotton polyester or whatever polyamide is. Is that nylon? I don't know. But that's the yarn label. But it like, you know, I don't know if you've seen any of these ruffle yarns, but like the yarn you get at like Walmart has like a bottom row that's like a thicker band, and then it has the mesh part that you're supposed to knit into. Well, this one's just straight mesh.
Oh.
Let me see. So I just pick apart, pull it apart and knit into it.
Where at? Like the top or bottom? I mean, I've never made one.
I just knit into the top. But the ones like you get, if you get the stuff by Lion Brand or Red Heart, they have like a part where you knit into it.
Okay.
And a part at the bottom that usually has sparkles and it's thicker, so it makes a really pretty frilly scarf.
Okay.
You know, I like this one. It's like silvery gray and it looks kind of like smoke. But I don't think I'll ever wear it. So I brought it and I was knitting it at Easter at Andy's parents, and I was kind of hoping my sister-in-law would come, but she had to work. Because I was kind of hoping she would say she liked it so I could give it to her.
You could still give it to her anyways.
Well, if she doesn't like it, I don't want to give it to her.
True.
So I actually have to finish it though. So yeah. But that's it. That's all my works in progress right now.
Very cool.
Oh, what are you working on?
Currently I'm working on a traveling blanket. I have this one, which is late, but the person I'm passing to knew that, and she's okay with that, sort of.
It's late.
It's late.
Oh, late.
Like, I should have passed it off on the 17th of last month, but I said, I'm not gonna work on it till April, so just so you know, like, because I have to finish this and this and this. She's like, I don't care, because we have a whole month to like work on it and whatever. So I have this one, and then I have another one that I can start right after it, and that my goal is to finish both of them by Sunday, which today is Thursday, and it's doable. I only have to do 6 rows, so I'm on my 6th row on this one.
Cool.
Then I have, I started a pair of stripy socks.
Yay.
Yes. I'm very excited. And like, I'm trying to motivate myself to get on the bike and knit. So these are the toes.
Oh, they're pretty.
Like,
toes.
that's it. But I told myself I can't knit on them anywhere
But
but the bike.
That's a good.
So, like, and I really want these socks because they're pretty.
What color is that? What yarn is that?
Okay, so it looked a lot prettier in the skein, so maybe I can put a picture up online. It's
spandex.
Okay, it's called it's Kirby Werby Yarns. I think I was enabled on the Knit Girls group. So here's
out of their pimping.
Yeah, like their enable thread.
Yeah.
But it's called Rocking My Bandana Clip to the New Kids on the Block concert. That's the name of the colorway.
That's totally what I was thinking about.
I know. So
actually, when I saw that, I was like, that looks like spandex, and I was also thinking New Kids on the Block.
Right. So like I saw that. I love bright colors and pink. You know, it's fun, and it's like seriously like fluorescent green and like yellow, pink, and purple.
Which
like, what's better than that? What?
I'm not a huge neon person.
Whatever. They're gonna be awesome socks.
Yeah, cool socks.
So when I saw it, I like had to have it.
That's cool.
And I'm excited that they're just gonna be knit. Like, I don't have to like do a pattern or anything. Like, I'm over patterned socks. Like, I just want to knit.
Vanilla sock kit.
Yeah, or like I've seen stripy socks all over. Like, and you've had those ones going for a while, and I just didn't have any cool stripy socks, so I want some, and I'm gonna have them.
Okay.
Anyways, so I think that's all my works in progress.
Cool.
Blanket and socks. So what are we on now? To spin or not to spin? Did you get any spinning in?
Yeah, I did. After I got home from the homespun yarn party, I just needed to chill and relax. So I started spinning my fiber optic. I've had this roving for a while. Sorry about the crinkles. This is all I have left to spin of it. But it fiber optic yarns, and this one was Black Coffee number 9, and it's 50% merino and 50% bamboo. And I did it like a fractal spin, kind of, because it kind of went like black. It was like a silvery. The silk was like a silvery color, and then the merino is like a black, blue, and like a caramely, a lighter, not blue, black, brown, and like a dark and lighter brown, you know?
Yeah. So
I kind of split it up fractally. Like, I split it in half, and then half of the half I kind of split fractally. But the silk in this merino just kind of was so super soft. So this is the first bobbin, that is the small parts. And you can't really tell the difference, but like this part is black, and then here's the brown, and then here's a black, and then it's like a lighter brown, and then, you know, so it's like a grayish black brown colorway.
Mm-hmm.
Super soft. And then I have the other one on my yes, this is my whole flyer. I had I took it with me when we went to Friends the other day, so it was taken apart for travel.
Yeah.
So I just have a little bit left, and then I'll apply it.
That's cool.
That's all I'm spinning.
Cool. I like a week or two ago. I mean, it's been a couple weeks since we podcasted. But like I needed a break from the owl sweater, or more really, like I was looking on Instagram and like, well, and on like different podcasts and stuff.
The Knit Girl.
Yeah, they were doing. And what?
Knittables. I don't know if you watched that one.
I didn't see that one yet, no. I've been behind because family was in town. Anyways, Rolex. Everyone was spinning these Rolex. And I was like, dude, those look sort of simple. And I was thinking, I think I could make those on my drum carder. And then I was like, yeah, knit on my owl. And then I just couldn't take it one day. So I went downstairs and made some Rolex. They were great. And they were fun. So I used, I think, merino, silk, and Firestar that had dyed up and just like laying around. But here's the I got a 2-ply out of it. I only did about
pretty
2 ounces. Yeah, there. I don't know if you can tell. There's like the sparklies and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And well, this one, it's not too bad. Well, I started out trying to do it long draw because I guess that's what it's supposed to like be able to do with those, is the long draw. Easier, but I was never good at that. But I guess after I spun it up and I wasn't liking it, so I switched to the one I just showed you. But this was the long draw, and I just left it as a single. So it's a little thick and thin.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I'll make more of them.
That's cool. I wasn't sure if you made true Rolex or if you made the faux legs that I saw tutorials for.
I don't know. What are the faux legs?
I think you take roving and you like spread it out and then you roll it up.
Oh, no, I guess they're kind of, well, I didn't use hand cards, like, because I looked up the definition of a Roleg because someone asked on Instagram, because I posted pictures of them, and I guess they're prepared on hand cards, and then they're like rolled off of that, and like kind of drafted out as you roll it up or whatever. I don't know. So I just used my carder. They probably weren't perfect or anything. It was like my first attempt, but it was nice because you didn't have to like pre-draft anything. But usually, like if I split roving down enough, I don't need to pre-draft, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think after you spun for a while, you don't necessarily need to do all that unless you want a specific weight of yarn. You know, like if you want a really thin one, then it's good to pre-draft so that you can get it thin enough.
Yeah. Well, it helps. I think it helps get it a little more even.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it was fun. And then, so I spun most of it up like that one day. And then I like stopped and like worked more on my owl. And I finished it like the last day of the month. And handed that in late at night.
That's cool. I think I went to bed that last night. I did not stay up.
I went to bed too.
I was really bad.
I didn't stay up the whole time, but it was Sunday. Oh, it was Easter. So yeah, I was just watching TV and doing nothing. But yeah. So that's it for spinning. I want to spin a lot, but I need to finish these blankets. Next week, I'll have a lot of spinning to talk about.
You want to talk about some more about Rolex, because I forgot to bring my next thing that I'm going to share with over here. So,
sure.
Did you follow a tutorial?
Actually, I found a video on, I think it was,
I can still hear you.
YouTube of a lady that did it from her drum carter, and it was pretty helpful. So I put on like the Firestar and the silk first, because when you take it off and roll it, the stuff that's on first on the cards or the carder is on the outside of the roll lag, so it just looks prettier that way. I don't think it really matters, but it wasn't hard. But I only did, like, on my drum carder I can fit like 3-ish to 4 ounces if I pack it on, but I only put like an ounce on at a time to make them, and each like full drum carder of an ounce made like 5 or 6 little roll lags, so it's like kind of time consuming, but it was fun. I was thinking of making them, and I don't want to copy everyone and like sell them in my Etsy shop, but like I could see doing it because it was really fun to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to make some because I told Sparky Spud, Amanda, that I would send her some, and I want to. I've just been waiting till like term was over, and now till this is done. I will make you some.
Okay, sounds good.
Tell me your colors. Green.
I like green.
I know. Yeah, Amanda said anything but pink, and I said okay. Like, I like pink.
You can use pink in mine. I like green and pink.
I also want to experiment with doing them with some of like my like fiber that I have processed, like fleece fiber, instead of, because the stuff I used was like, you know, just prepared roving that I had carded up. But so maybe you can be my guinea pig.
That's fine. I like being guinea pigs.
Okay, but then you'd have to spin it right away, so I know.
I will. This is going to be a spinning term, I think.
I'm excited. Can I say, okay, we are on spinning. Tour de Fleece is coming up. Like in July. July. The end of the next term. But it's coming up, so you have to think about it. So I am really excited about it.
I always like it.
I love it. So much so that Tour de Sock is coming up too, but I don't think I'm going to join. Because
Me either. They smash to each other and it doesn't work.
I'd rather spin than knit socks, which sounds bad, but I think I might like go in there and be a cheerleader, because that was always fun to, you know, be part of the camaraderie in that group. I liked it. And I might, you know, because it's a good cause with the Doctors Without Borders, so I might just buy the patterns anyways.
I think I'm going to too. I might try the first couple of rounds.
I'm not. I'm gonna spin. I just want to spin, like completely spin. Actually,
I have so much sock yarn.
Me too.
I have a whole like Rubbermaid tote of just sock yarn.
Yeah.
I should use it.
And I have a lot of roving that's like made to be for sock yarn. Like I bought it for sock yarn, or to spin sock yarn. Anyways, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
That sounds cool. I'm
Tour de
excited.
Fleece.
Okay. Next up is weaving. No weaving for you?
Nope.
Are you planning any weaving projects?
No.
Talking about knittables, she made Lala a simple woven scarf for her birthday.
Aww.
And she used Socks That Rock, and she made it so like the
I
colors
saw that on Instagram.
mirrored each other. It was so awesome. Like,
pretty.
I just caught up with my podcast and I watched it, and she was talking about how she made it, and then I watched the Knit Girls and Laura was wearing it, and it was so beautiful. I kind of want to do that.
Okay, don't give too much away though, because I haven't watched the podcast.
Well, it's like the most beautiful.
I did see it on Instagram though, so.
Yeah, it's so awesome, and it kind of looks like the colors, like she like dyed it and it like dripped down. That's what it kind of looked like.
That's very cool.
Kind of.
Are you planning any weaving?
I think I might do that, but I like packed up my loom after I finished Andy's scarf.
Oh, that's right. You did finish something. That's pretty. I mean, cool. Handsome.
So, it's like, I don't know if you can tell, but like I did like 5 green,
Yeah, I can.
10
Blue.
blue, 10 holes. So actually it was 10,
20.
20, and 10.
Okay.
And then I used hand spun. Now, if you look closely,
What was...
here I started with blue, and then I did green, and then I did green into the hand spun that I did.
Okay.
It's all actually hand spun. But a word to the wise, when you're doing something and you do like a pattern at the beginning, write it down. I got to the end and I was like, oh crap, how did I do that? So I had to unwind everything, count, wind it back up to finish.
Yeah.
And then I finished.
Well,
and I cut it.
Same with the hem stitching. When you do hem stitching, like, because you can go under and over however many wefts and warps to do that. Like, the one time I didn't count, and then, like,
I don't match, but
they're opposite or different.
Man scarf, and men don't really care how
That's cool.
matches.
So does he like it?
Yeah, he said it was cool. And it's soft because I used a merino superwash. I just used a merino. It was one of my Pancake and Lulu things that I spun for him.
Okay.
So this part, and I used Karen Simply Soft for the warp. Okay. So it's super soft. I guess I could throw it in the washing machine and let it felt up a little bit.
You could.
I don't know.
Super wash or?
I don't think the wool is.
It might felt. You might not want to do that.
I might just block it then. But it turned out really good. My edge could use a little bit of work, but I mean, for my second scarf.
No, it looks awesome.
It's super long. It's about like probably 60 inches.
Yeah.
That's folded 4 times.
That's pretty awesome.
So.
Good job.
Yes.
Actually, I do have weaving news. I talked to the guy who I got all the t-shirts from.
Oh, yeah.
He has a whole nother box.
Oh, cool.
So, not that you weren't going to get some, but, like, you can definitely have, like, a ton if you need t-shirts or want t-shirts. So, I do plan on making some more rugs. Dawn wanted one when she was here. She saw the one I had made, and she wants one. So, I said, okay. And I am planning on making one for, Mr. Morgan is his name, who gave me the shirts.
That's cool. I will definitely take some.
So that will take another 8 shirts, like, compared to how many I used, and there's like boxes of them. So
I will take 20.
Yeah, you can.
Because I like to use those shirts to work out in.
That reminds me, I should pull a few more because I need some. Anyways, okay. So what are we on to now? Sewing.
Sewing. I've been doing a lot of sewing even after the homespun yarn party.
Really?
I wasn't able to finish all the sewing I had, so I finished up some of them, and then I remembered I'd signed up for the Fat Fiber box for April, so I'm sewing little drawstring bags, and they have to be there by the 10th. So I figure if I mail them by Saturday, they should get there. I only have a few more to do.
Crazy.
Yeah, but good news, our Joann's is going out of business. Not really.
Hey,
they're moving next door. So they're closing and liquidating the store that they have and then just opening the next day.
That's cool.
So, what?
What's the theme for the April box?
The April box is Secret Garden. So I'm using all little flowery prints.
Okay.
The ones that I just had that I had gotten when I first started sewing, and no one really, they're not like new flowers. They're like little flowers like you would use if you were quilting.
Yeah.
And you were an old lady. But there's some it's not that bad. But they're like, I used a blue one, I used a purple and pink one, and a black and pink, and then I have some brown brown and tan ones. Because I figured Secret Garden, I was kind of thinking of like when that book was written, and it was like in the 1900s, and they kind of wore those kind of
small print,
the little flowers on them. But also, like if you look at a garden from far away and you see like all the flowers, they kind of look like the fabric. So that's what I was thinking. That's how I was inspired. And I got to get my cat away from here because he keeps running into the thing. Go away. So, anyways, back to Joann's.
Yes.
They're closing down the store that's there and opening next door. So they've been liquidating all their stuff. So I've been really good before the homespun yarn party, not buying a lot of fabric, because when you see fabric for that cheap, you kind of go a little crazy.
Right.
When I say you, I mean me. But I went in there because May's box for Fat Fiber, which I also signed up for, is superheroes. And how can you not get behind superheroes?
Right.
So I went in to see, I'm like, oh, I'll just see if they have any superhero fabric. And when I went in, they were only selling bolts. Like what was left on the bolt, you had to buy it. So I got this superhero one.
That's awesome.
That's and I got this superhero one.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then they were kind of like out of lining fabric, but I couldn't like just not buy something that goes with it, even if I just use it for pockets or whatever. So I got this like plain blue because I thought, hey, superheroes, you think of blue and red.
Right.
And then the one kind of looks like a comic strip. So there's like scenes of them saving the city. So I got this like granite looking.
Ooh, I like that.
So I thought I could use that. Like it's like, you know, the concrete. And then while I was at the homespun yarn party, people had been asking me if I had any Star Trek stuff, and I did not. So while I was there, I was looking at all their fabric. They had a ton of Star Trek fabric, and I mean a ton. And I think that they had it in the back of the store because I hadn't seen it before. So, but I was just like, I want just a small one. So the lady was helping me, and we found this. So I thought I would make some Star Trek fabric bags.
Very cool.
In the future sometime. So I was excited. I came out of the store and it was like, I thought you just needed like
oopsies.
I was like, how can you turn this down? Because, you know, it was a good price.
He likes comic book people or superheroes, so he should have liked that, right?
Well, I made him that super awesome laptop case, but he doesn't use it, so I think I might take it back and use it myself because it's so awesome. So yeah, but that's all the sewing news.
Cool.
I'm still sewing. I haven't given it up.
That's good. It didn't break you.
No. It was a lot of fun, but we'll talk about that in our randomness. Next up is gym. So you said you started a pair of socks.
Yes, for cardio knitting. I've been really bad. I've tried not to beat myself up. We had family in town, which shouldn't like stop me from doing stuff, but it does. And it also helps me to not eat great. So, you know, you go out to eat and you eat like, you know, the rich like foods that are not your everyday foods. Anyways, so I was trying not to feel bad about that or whatever. And then I was like, you know, I wanted to start going back to the gym at nights. It's hard though because we only have the one vehicle, and I could borrow our parents, whatever. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses. But anyways, I was like, I have a bike at home. I'm gonna start using it, like with, you know, the gym stuff. So like the off days, I'm gonna start biking. So I started these socks and I got on the bike. Was that last night or the night before? Night before, I think. And I biked. It was good. I almost biked for like 40 minutes. I watched Once Upon a Time and knit on some stripy socks. It was good. And I was all sweaty and gross by the end.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's my goal now.
That's a good goal. and getting to the gym and using that money that you paid for it.
Right? Yeah. I need to start going. I really want to start the Couch to 5K up again.
Me too. I'm just waiting for there to be no snow.
Yeah. Well, I have a treadmill, so I should. Or I don't, but the gym does, so I don't have that excuse.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, since I didn't do the Couch to 5K because it snowed last week, I did do 3 times on the bike last week, and then Monday this week I worked out, but I didn't work out yesterday or today.
Okay.
But, you know, cardio knitting. I put on Pandora instead of watching TV and turn up the dance music really, really loud and then work out to it. So that's what I do.
That's good.
It seems to be okay. I mean, I would like to do the Couch to 5K and then on the off days do cardio knitting.
Right. That's my plan too.
Because sometimes I just am tired and I don't want to get up.
I hear
so
you.
I come and we start school right away and like take a shower because I'm like, I can't be a lazy bum and sit around in my workout clothes the whole day. So yeah. Okay. Now we're into our random randomness, where we talk about random things in a random order. Jessica, any randomness?
Yes. We had family in town.
Which I do not remember being told about this. Just
I think you were just like preoccupied with other things like sewing.
I don't think so.
Well,
I usually remember those things when I try to go there.
Either way. Dawn, our other sister, came, and Joshua, her son, who is 14 months old, and he is adorably cute, and the kids, like, I swear, like, swarm him so bad, it's like sickening, but I think he finally got used to him a little bit, but no, it was a lot of fun, you know, to hang out and stuff. And I babysat him one night, so it was kind of cool. And she told me all these things, how she like puts him to bed, and she's like, I usually give him a bath, but you don't have to. I'm like, I can give him a bath. It's not a problem. Like, I know how to bathe children. And she's like, and then I get him dressed, and then I, you know, read him books, and I do this, and I blah 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 blah, and I rock him to sleep, and I'm like, okay. So I gave him a bath, and I put his jammies on. And I laid him down.
And he went to sleep?
And he went to sleep. And I told her that, and she's like, what? Like, that's not fair. It was really funny. Well, actually, I put him down that day, like, for his nap, too, and I did the same thing. She's like, you might have to rock him, you know, till he falls asleep. And, like, he was sleepy, and I gave him his nook and his blankie and laid him down, and he just laid there. So I, like, turned the light off and walked away and shut the door, and he was fine. And she's like, that was quick. And I was like, I just laid him down. She's like, what? I'm like, I just put him down. She's like, oh
yeah, he's at the point now where you could train him to just
right. Yeah, but like on her, you know, behalf, like kids are always worse for their parents.
Oh yeah,
they just are.
But sometimes though, I remember with Madison and Bella, sometimes it would take someone else saying, oh, I just laid him down. And you're like,
it.
You can do that? You know, like,
yeah.
do that? So,
but yeah, so then I did it again that night, and it was funny because she, like, texted me, because they went out to eat, and she texted me, like, how is everything? I'm like, it's fine, he's in bed. She's like, okay, we'll be home, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, he's fine. But she's like, I was a little worried, like, no one's ever put him to bed before but me or Chris. And I was like, yeah, well, he goes to bed fine. It was cute though.
Have someone come in to put him to bed only if he goes to bed easily.
Right. No, but it was really fun having him here, and but it also made me realize how big Truben is. Like, he's gigantor compared to Joshua. And I'm like, oh, my baby's like gonna be 4 this summer. He's not like a baby anymore. It makes me sad.
Really started talking in complete sentences. That should have been your clue.
Yeah, but he still has his little speech issues, or not issues, but whatever.
What 4-year-olds don't?
What?
I said what 4-year-olds don't.
True. I mean, I knew he was getting bigger, but to see him next to Joshua was just like, oh. So it was good to get the little baby fix. So yeah, so that was like all the week before Easter, and then they left, and Jared and Shayuan were here too. So it was like semi full house. It was fun. It was good. They left on Saturday, and then we had Easter, which Joe's family came here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we usually do like Thanksgiving and Easter, and not always Christmas because you guys are here, but like all the other holidays. I don't know. I just did this, but the non-Christmas holidays. We usually do dinner with them and stuff, but it's good. So yeah, it was a busy day, and then once it was done, it was kind of nice too, because it had been a long week. It had also been spring break, which like gets to be long. Like, it's not nice out. We still had snow on the ground, or it was nicer weather, but the yard in the backyard was a giant poo puddle from like dog poo. Sorry if this is like too much information, but like melting snow on hard ground and like a winter's worth of poo. It was just bleh. Anyway, so they couldn't really go outside to like run and play. They did some, but like I wouldn't let them in the backyard. Excuse me, I need to cough. I'm gonna mute myself though.
I think that you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
I can still hear you.
Whatever. I tried. Anyways, so it would have been nicer if it would have been nice out for spring break. But,
it would, like, for us, because it was spring break for us here, it would, like, be nice out, everything would melt. Then it would rain and snow, and the snow would stay on the ground, like, at 6 inches or so. Then it would be nice out and all melt. So it was, like, muddy, wet, yucky mess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Still, please go outside, though.
Well, I mean, I'd have them go, but then they come in, like, tromping dirt and who knows what else inside. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. So I was like, you can stay on the sidewalk, stay out of the puddles. I'm like, no, but it was good. It was fun. We did a few things. We took them to see the Croods, the movie. It just came out with the cavemen and stuff. It was good. Well, I like missed some of it because I was like, I dropped them off and had to do something and come back and whatever. But no, it was good. And what else did we do? We took them bowling. I don't know. It was fun. But then, so like, I think it was Sunday, Easter. Joe's like, do you know that the kids don't have school on Monday? I'm like, what? They just had spring break. They're going back on Monday. He's like, no, they don't go back till the 2nd on Tuesday. I'm like, what? I was like seriously mad. It was like bad, but I was like, that's not fair.
That's funny because I was like seriously happy because I was like, sleep in.
No, I was like, go back to school. That makes me sound horrible. Anyways, but yeah, let's see, what else?
That was Monday, was April Fool's. So we went to friends of ours' house to watch the Pirates opener. And we went and we like made the girls hide in the car because our friends have 8 kids and they're all around the same age as our kids. Well, they have younger kids.
They're all around.
But they all play really well together. So we went in and they're like, well, where's Madison and Bella? And we were like, oh, they didn't want to come. They stayed home. And they were like, oh, they were like so depressed. And then like a few minutes later, we like sent Madison a text, you can come in now, because we made him wait out in the car.
That's funny.
And so then they came in and they were like, April Fools!
That's cute.
Yeah, it was funny. So that was our big April Fool's joke.
I didn't do anything. I don't think any of us really did. We were kind of lame that way.
I would make dessert for breakfast and like mix all the foods up. Like that would be funny.
That would.
Maybe next year.
So, enablement randomness. This was a few weeks ago that I ordered this. I don't know if I had it when we podcasted last or if I just got it.
That was weeks ago.
I know. Anyways.
Got it after we podcasted.
I must have. So this is the other skein of the Kirby Werby yarns.
Ooh, that's pretty.
This is called Hello Cupcake.
Hello.
Yes, hello. But it's, was that like aqua, pink, brown, and white, or cream rather, stripy socks. So I'm excited about that. Oh, and then I got, and you did too, I'm sure.
You won yarn.
Mini skeins.
Oh, I got my mini skeins too.
That's me showing you. Anyways, from this, we had a staff mini skein swap.
I forgot to talk about that, but mine are all separated into color columns.
I'm hoping to get enough. I've been collecting them for a while now. I've been in a few different swaps. 3 or 4 maybe. But I would like to make a blanket out of them sometime, I think. I don't know which one yet, but I'm just collecting them. I don't do anything with them yet. And then I save, you know, all my balls left over from socks and whatnot, which isn't that much lately. Okay, so then I'm on Plurk, right? It's a dangerous place to be because people.
I can't keep up in there, so it's not that dangerous for me.
Well, the one time I was on there, someone said, "Oh, I have an update in my shop," which I was like, "Oh, I'll go check it out." Right? Bad idea.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a Dalek, however you want to say it. It's a bucket bag that snaps off, and it's made for your spinning wheel, so you can spin it or like clip it over if you're not done spinning. Actually, it's made for like a center pull ball when you ply from it, like so you can put it in here. She actually has a little tutorial, stitched by Jessalou is who it's from. A little tutorial on how to, if you cut open a, what is that, like a CD spindle type thing. You know how like you can buy like 20 CDs and they have like the little thing. Anyways, so you cut it away and you can put that in there so that you can put the center pull ball. Why do I keep talking different? Anyways, on like the spindle, so then it holds its shape more, and you can put that in here. Anyways, but if you're not done like plying all the way and you need to like walk away from it, you can like hook it up so it doesn't like go all over the place, which I do have issues with sometimes. And it was Doctor Who themed, so I got it.
I just sat here and thought of how I could use up all my blank CDs so I could use that.
I don't have one of those, so I was like,
CDs.
I don't want to buy a thing of blank CDs. I need to know like who I can like steal it from. That's what I've been thinking the whole like week.
I think Trevor has a bunch of CDs already written on them in the cupboards upstairs by the computer stuff.
I am gonna go check that out when we're done podcasting. Anyways, but super cute. It's like starry on the inside. I don't know.
That's awesome.
But I like the fact that it can snap.
I like the fact that it has the Dalek on it.
I know, and it's orange, and I love orange. Orange and pink, that's me. I want to know what's written on here, though. I can't make it out. Unless it's like some weird language. She is really cool fabric, though. She must have it like made for her. It's a cool thing. Anyways. Let's see, what's next? Oh, and then the next thing I have to talk about is Doctor Who. I'm not going to say any spoilers, but on Saturday, on the BBC, they replayed, I'm sorry, I still have it recorded, so if you come to visit for July, you can
Make
watch
sure no
them.
one deletes it this time.
I will. You can come watch it. But anyways, so Saturday, they replayed all of season 7, which I hadn't seen 2 of the ones leading up to the new episode that came out.
Cool.
So I sat there and watched Doctor Who all afternoon. And it was great. And then I made Dad go get pizza. And he brought it down, and I ate pizza.
You brought it down? You didn't even go upstairs?
No, because they just kept playing them, and their commercials were so short, and like you could like run and go pee and like come back down.
So what did the kids do?
They all like sat and watched it with me.
Oh.
And then like I'm like, now if this is too scary or whatever, you know, like, cause you never know how kids are gonna be. I'm like, you know, well, you can go in the other room and play, because I was down in the basement watching it, and their playroom is right over there. I'm like, I can put a movie on for you, or like 3 movies over the course of the day if you want to. Like, no, they didn't want to, so I was like, all right. So then like after the last one, like, I don't want to go to bed. I'm like, too bad, you're going to bed. No, but it was really good, and I'm really liking the 11th Doctor now.
I started watching season
6.
The first one he's in. 5?
6. Season 6.
I thought he was in 2 seasons that I have. I think it's 5 and 6.
Oh, does he come in the middle of it? I don't know. I need to rewatch him from the beginning now. I think I'm to that point where I want to do that.
I think he comes in season 5. Because I have 2 seasons on Netflix, and the season they're playing now
is after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also on TV, this is random, right? Joe and I decided to start watching The Office again. Like, we had I had bought them back when like there's a box set of season 1 through 5, I think, and then I think we watched like season 6 on Netflix when it came out. And then, so I think we're on 7 right now. But I forgot how hilarious it is. Like, I always loved it. But you know how you get off and you start watching other things? You know, I can't keep up with, like, too many shows. Like, I just can't. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
I mean, because you get so busy or whatever. But hilarious. We just started watching it the last, like, couple nights.
Well, like, I only get to
me up
here and there, because Andy will watch them while I'm doing whatever downstairs at night, and I'll come up and I'll be like, okay, what season are we on now? What did I miss? And he's just like, whatever, because he watches like 2 or 3 of them, you know.
Yeah, they're funny though.
But I always laugh at them.
They make Harry Potter references a lot.
That's because Dwight is awesome.
He is. Yeah, but I think that's it for me and my randomness. Oh no! Sorry. Yell at you.
On the list, you say you won yarn.
I did.
Okay.
I won yarn. From Iron Maiden on Ravelry, on my house cup. So it's like this. It's actually like Post-it note yellow.
Oh wow.
Anyways, so it's like a buttery yellow, but it is 80% merino, 20% cashmere. This stuff is so soft, and it's fuzzy, and it's like a single ply. And let me see how many yards is this. 262 yards. So I don't know what I'm gonna make out of it. I'm not the hugest fan of the color, but I could always dye it. I was thinking like a cowl, like a lacy cowl of some sort, right? Because well, I mean, I don't know how much can you get out of 260 yards. It's really soft, though.
It calls for the Ravelry pattern search.
It does. Because you definitely want it like right here.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget we are on video. Anyways, I won yarn, and that was for my my pillow, my woven pillow that I made in February.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. I'm
What?
sorry, I totally forgot. This wasn't even on the list. Someone on Facebook, actually, is from Blue Mountain Handcrafts on Ravelry, or like they have a shop. She has a shop. Was saying how she buys Cormo. She has like a breeder that she gets it from, and she had extra, like 14 extra pounds of it that she didn't need this year, and was selling it. And I was like, no, and I didn't like look at it for a day or two, and then like she reposted it again.
Why do I not have this person on Facebook?
Ooh, next time I'll share it. I'm sorry. So I got 3 pounds of it. Here's like 1.
That's awesome. I'm kind of completely jealous. Though I have a whole Cormo fleece behind me that still needs processed completely.
Well, this is raw. She said she double skirted it, and it looks pretty nice. The tips are a little, you know, how they get with raw fleece. But I think it's going to wash up really nice. Like, and like, I love the smell of like raw fleece. Which is kind of like poo. It's like lanolin. But it's like, it just screams sheepy goodness to me, and I love it. So I'm excited about it.
That's cool.
Yes.
I wonder if she still has some. No.
No, she doesn't. I got the last of it.
Well, behind me, plus one down in the basement. That's a border Leicester or something like that. Yeah. No. And Maryland wool is in 1 month. People.
I know.
Okay.
I asked if we could go, and he's like, no. Why? I was like, because it's Maryland Sheep and Wool. I want to go to that and visit Alina and their family. He's like, you can go by yourself. I was like, really? Okay. He's like, So I don't know. I'll have to work on him. Sorry, go ahead. I'll stop interrupting you like every time.
No, so Maryland Sheep and Wool's in 1 month, and we're thinking about, hopefully Andy has off. I want to go for both days, because we went for 1 day last year, and there was not enough time to see everything. But Kim's on Ravelry, or Kim in real life, she she said Sunday's the day to go. Like, you miss all the first rush of people, so it's not as super crazy busy, because it was on Saturday. It was like super people, and it was kind of like yucky. You know how like sometimes when there's just so many people, it's just not fun. So yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if he's working, and then it's just me and the girls, me and you and the girls, because we were thinking of going camping and like staying overnight, but if it's just me, then I might just go on Sunday. So that's my tentative plans.
Am I going to mess up your plans if I actually come?
No.
Okay.
Because they're not even set yet.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, let's talk about the homespun yarn party, because it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, I drove to Maryland, and I stayed with Uncle Rob, and it was really nice. And so I got there the night before, and then I stayed in the guest room, and just got, so I was there early.
Yeah.
But like I hadn't had time to finish sewing everything, and so Ooh. Like Saturday night or Friday night, I just went to bed. I was just like, I'm not going to finish everything. I'll just do whatever I want the next day. So I did all that. It went really well. And then Sunday was the party, the yarn party. So I went and I drove up and I met with Kim because she was my helper for the day. And like they had people there to help you like unpack your car and just to bring your stuff over to your spot.
Nice.
So, like I was worried. I mean, I only had like a few crates and like a couple boxes of stuff. Like I didn't have like crazy huge things like the people who have like yarn and stuff. Like my bags can fold up really really small, so they fit in like 3 boxes. But the people who have like yarn and stuff, they had like tubs and tubs and stuff. So like that was crazy. But it was just insane. Like how many people I met, like so many people. So it like started at 12, and from like 12 to like 4:30, it was crazy busy. And like there were so many people who were like, oh, I had to like leave and come back because there were so many people. Really though, they only gave you a 6x6 area, and I really think that was a little small.
Okay.
Because like there just wasn't enough room for people to get in and see everything. So but it was fun, and I had a lot of fun, and I met a bunch of people, and like there was a couple house cuppers that came, Cattykins and BCTS or Barbie came, and then there were some other ones. There's another one, she was in Hufflepuff. I forget what her name was though. And then there was another girl we met. She was in the Nerd Girl Yarns group.
Cool.
And that's how we kind of knew her from. But she, and you know, there was like so many awesome like knitted stuff. But it was like so hot in there. Like I had worn my Tangerine Designs TARDIS shirt, and I had my bigger on the inside shawl. I was gonna wear it around my neck, but it was so hot in there, and I had a sweater, you know, because I was like, if it's cold, I have layers. But it was so hot, like I was just wearing the t-shirt, and I tied the thing around my waist, the shawl.
Yeah.
Even that was like super hot. So, but it was a lot of fun. And then my friend Pam came all the way from Virginia.
That's
and
awesome.
We went out to eat after her and I and Kim and her kids. It was just a lot of fun. It was crazy. It was so much fun. Like I wish I could do it like more often, even though it was like a lot of preparation and craziness took over my life and everything.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
That's cool.
And I like walked around finally at the end, and I got one thing.
Aw.
Like, it was really good. I didn't break my yarn diet or anything, but I went wanting to get a shawl pin. So I walked around and I found Kate's Cauldrons. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
It's katescauldron.etsy.com, or yeah, she makes spindles from recycled and new. She says spindle spun, new, recycled, and reclaimed fibers and more. So this is a zebra wood shawl pin or hair stick. So I got this one.
Ooh, that's cool.
Well, after I got it, they had really cool ones. They had some fezzes on the top.
It looks like a broom.
That's what Kim said. She's like, it looks like a firebolt. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that, but it totally does.
That's awesome.
It's like plain. Like there were some really pretty ones that were metal that you like put through a metal, like a butterfly or whatever,
okay.
Or a heart. And I was like, not always do I want a heart.
No.
Or a shape of some sort. So I was just like, I just kind of wanted a plain stick, basically. So that's what I got, and it was awesome. It was so cool. And she had one with a witch's hat on it that I almost bought too, but I just got one. And it was a lot of fun. Like I wish I had the sense of mind to like give myself a budget to buy stuff, because I would have bought a lot more stuff. Like there was some really pretty fiber there, but I was like being really good, and I was like, I did not come here to buy stuff. You know, like
You're better than me. I probably would have like gone crazy.
I almost did, but then I didn't.
Good for you.
It was good. And I was right next to the clay monster people, and this lady makes like I wanted to get this awesome mug. It was like a mug, and then it had eyes on the top of the rim, and then like teeth coming out, and you drank from it. It was awesome. But they all sold. So, because I was like, if it's here when I take my tour around, I'll buy it. But it wasn't. So,
Aww.
You know. And then while I was there, I was like talking to Kim, and I was like, I still haven't gotten my Slytherin swap. I think it might have gotten lost in the mail. And she was like, oh yeah. And then like a half an hour later, she's like, you know about your swap? I have it for you in my car. I'm like, oh, how did you get it? She's like, I had you. I'm like, oh. So she gave it to me, and so I got my swap, and I thought I brought it over here to show you. Oh, I did. In it, she had this really awesome shawl that I wore the other day, and I have it pictured on Facebook. It's like this awesome green and like blackish yarn with beads. It's so pretty. And then she also gave me some goodies. Halva, I think is how you say it. It's like a sesame seed dessert thing. It's cool. It's interesting. And then she sent this ultra alpaca in green.
Very pretty.
And I think there was a recipe in there. And she gave me this.
That's cool.
It's part of the cookie cutter.
Did you make cookies yet?
No. I've still been looking at my swap. You know how I take my swaps and I sit them down next to me so I can look at them?
Yeah.
I'm still looking at it. Like wearing that shawl the other day was my first step of integrating swap into my life. And then she also made me a yarn bowl.
That's way cool. I'm very jealous.
I like was squeeing and squealing. And it's like the green that I love. The green color.
You're lucky.
It's awesome.
Did she make it just for you?
Well, she had it, and when she opened up her shop, I wanted to get it, but I missed it. And I told her, I'm like, well, if you ever make some more, give me a heads up before you upload it, because I'll go and like stalk your shop and buy it from you.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh yeah, well I can't really. I'm still making some, and she, she just kind of said that, and I was like, okay. So then when I got this, I was like, oh, and she's like, yeah, and you told me what colors you wanted a long time ago, and I was like laughing because I was like, yeah, because I would have been happy to buy it, but this is awesome. I love getting it for, as a swap gift. It's totally awesome. It's like the coolest thing ever.
It is.
I have my sock yarn in it right now.
Very cool.
It's totally awesome. So that was awesome, and I think that was it. I think. Yeah, but it was a totally awesome swap package. It was so cool. So, and totally green and totally me. It was awesome. Oh, and she was making me a dragon. She just isn't finished with it, like a little stuffed dragon.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, so thank you, Kim. It's awesome. Yeah. So, another random thing is we were saving up to get the girls iPod Touches, mainly because they always want to play Andy's, and he lets them, and it like drains the battery on his to have games on his Kindle or iPod Touch. And I just said, I'm not putting games on it for you to play on my own. That's what I said to them, so they don't bother me to play my iPod.
That's exactly how we are too.
But Andy, they're his girls, so he lets them play it. But he was kind of complaining about it, so we saved up. So like, after the homespun yarn party, like I earned enough that I could get them these iPods. We got them used GameStop for the girls. we gave it to him for Easter. Now I told Andy he wanted to give him to him like Friday, because I went and got him like Friday. I taught the Girl Scouts on Thursday, so I got him on Thursday night. And he wanted to give them to him on Friday. I was like, no, Easter's like 2 days away. He's like, oh, come on. So Saturday, he's like, that's 2 days that I have to like charge my iPod and clean it off because, kids are dirty. And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, you need to make it like a quiz or something. They have to earn it. So he made up this like Easter quiz and like the real reason for Easter and all this stuff, and they had to answer 5 out of 10 questions right. And I said they can't be hard. They can't be easy. They have to be hard. And so he made them, and they got them all right. So we gave it to him. And so I had wrapped them up in the boxes. So I took pictures. And the first time they're like opening them and they're like looking at it and they're like, oh, okay. And then they open the box. And then the next picture, they're like, and then the next picture is like Madison's all blurry because she was like jumping up to give us hugs, and Bella's like,
I saw them there.
So funny. It was the funniest thing, but it was good, and they were so happy. And we got them second generation iPods because we were like, you know what? They don't need anything cooler than what we have, and kind of had a price that we didn't want to go over because it's for kids. But then we set them up the night before, and I, put restrictions like Madison's stays at PG-13 level for things, and Bella's is Y9 or something like that. And then I took Safari off of both of them, so they can't get on the internet. They can still do YouTube, but we told them they have to be careful with what they search on there. know. And there was, I forget what else. Oh, I also didn't give them the password for downloading new things or like downloading from iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to come to me to get the password so I can type it in for them, so they can't like buy anything they want. And
that's smart.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they love them and they're excited, and it was fun. And I was glad, I worked really hard for this, so it was nice to see like their ecstatic reaction. And
well, that's very cool.
But it's really cool. Like, we got them used through GameStop, and they came with brand new earbuds, a new power cord, like that white cord, and a plug that goes into the wall. And I'm like, when you buy these brand new, they don't even come with a plug.
Okay, did you get it from GameStop or from GameStop online?
From GameStop.
Okay. Because Gabe's been wanting one for his, well, he's been using mine all the time, but he wants one for his birthday. And, like, I don't want to get him a new one.
Right. Well, we got them, and they were, like, used, so they are not perfect. And actually, we just ordered them, like, Andy's parents for Easter gave them some money, and so we said they had to buy a case for them.
Okay.
Like, we're mean parents. We don't just give them whatever they want. We make them earn stuff. But, like, so they paid, we went on Amazon and they looked at iPod cases. Because the second generation are bigger than the new, or they're different than the new ones.
Oh, okay.
So we can't just buy them, the ones that they have at, like, Walmart and stuff. So we went on Amazon and found some. And we ordered them, and actually they just shipped them, but I figure if we make them pay for part of it, they're going to take care of it more because they had to use their own money. We'll see if that works, but they've been really good. But they were so excited that first day, they, like, Madison and Bella, like, had to charge their thing, like, that night. Like, they played it so much. And Bella, she, like, just went on YouTube and did the annoying orange and watched that over and over again. So I was like, thank God for those earbuds, because we didn't have to hear it. We didn't have to watch it. It was funny. And then she started watching the Fred ones. And that's I'm glad. Yeah. But she loves them and thought they were hilarious. So, but yeah, it was cool.
That is cool.
But that's all my randomness. I also got my mini skeins. Like I go back and forth if I want to make a mini skein blanket, like the one Mari did. Her newt. I kind of want to do that, only different, but not too much different because that was totally awesome. But then I'm like, that is a lot of stockinette miter squares.
Yeah, you could do garter. It'd chew it up a little more, but you still could.
Oh, that would be. I was thinking maybe I would do that for. I guess I could do that for a newt. What newt did she use that for?
Is it bad that I don't know and I was her examiner?
Oh,
I really don't know. Arithmancy and I'm pretty sure it was arithmancy, obviously, because that's
and arithmancy.
I don't know what else.
I actually have been going back and forth if I want to do that for a newt or try to finish processing all that fiber because I haven't touched it since the last time. Like if I don't finish these stupid things, I never finish them.
You need to do a detention owl if they ever bring that back.
I don't think I have enough yardage for a detention owl. Because I have like half socks, a lot of half socks that aren't finished, and then Madison's sweater I finished already for that one work in progress class we had.
Yeah.
Which, did I tell you about that sweater? I'm mad. I'm never using Vantage Choice again.
No.
Not for a sweater.
Why? What happened?
I made it and it fit her nice. And I thought it would be good because that's kind of stiff yarn, you know? So I made it and it fit her nice and it came up to like the bottom of her butt. You know, like those Tomton jackets are supposed to be.
Yeah.
She wore it once and now it's like down to her freaking knees. Yeah, it like stretched. I'm so mad.
I probably could have told you that.
Yeah.
I use Vantage Choice for all the Weasley sisters.
Weasley sweaters?
Weasley sweaters I made the kids, and like, I don't think I'd ever use that yarn again.
Well, I'm not going to either.
It's crunchy too, like, when you wash it, it like gives me the heebie-jeebies when I'm putting it into the dryer.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's nice because you can wash it, but I'm like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, if I think about it, because their Weasley sweaters were also like that. They stretched out too. They're like kind of stretched in weird ways. They're like shorter in some ways and longer in others. I don't know. I'm not using Vantage Choice ever again.
Yeah. There's better acrylic out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry that happened. Did you try washing it to like shrink it up a little bit, or?
But it doesn't really work because it's acrylic. It doesn't really shrink.
True.
But yeah, I have. But you know that bag that I made is Vantage Choice, and it turned out really nice.
Which
and it
bag?
My Gryffindor bag.
Oh.
But I think that's probably because I have it lined.
Yeah. Why don't you line her sweater?
Heck no.
Just kidding.
But yeah, I guess I probably could have known that. I should have thought about it, you know, and not just use what I had. Because it originally started out with I just used leftover yarn.
Right. Or you could have made it not as long. But whatever. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Whatever. But that's like 1,500 yards of yarn and like a year of my time. That's why I'm pissed.
Yeah, I would be too, actually.
And I don't know what to do. I'm like half tempted to go up there and undo it all. Just because that's how mad I am. That's why like I have so many like unfinished owls, because I get mad and I put them away so I don't have to see them, because if I see them I want to throw them away. Yes. I have anger issues.
That's funny.
So, But I think Bella's sweater, because I'm using a Karen, um, not Simply Soft. I'm using the Karen 1 pound because that was the red she picked.
Okay.
It's not the softest on my hands, but it's not as bad as Super Saver,
Okay.
but it's up there. But hers isn't. I think that one will probably, survive a nuclear blast.
At least your kids wear your stuff. Like, you know that wallaby I made for Chloe at the beginning of the school year?
Yeah.
She doesn't wear it.
What is it fashionable?
Probably not. It's a wallaby. It's like a hooded sweatshirt.
Can you pin a flower on it, then she will wear it.
Yeah, I don't know. I pulled it out for, I think, the other day when she was sick a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, how come you never wear this? Because I'm like, or I was like, here, this is comfy and warm. I'm like, how come you never wear this? I never knew where it was. I'm like, it's in your dresser. Like, it was like folded right here. But
that's like Madison or Bella. She lost her eye sweater. She was always saying she was cold, so she was trying to wear her jacket or her snuggie or something. And I'm like, no, if you're cold, you go get a sweater on. Because I'm a mean mom. You can't wear your snuggie. You have to wear a sweater. And if you're cold, then you can wear your snuggie. So she was like, we were going to I was going to have them take pictures in their Weasley sweater. That's what we were looking for. And she couldn't find it. And then I had them clean their room up. And she found it like in the back of the closet somewhere. So yeah, but she wears it and she got so tall, it's like a belly sweater almost. Like it fits her arms, but it's like too short. It's really funny. I need to make them do ones of those.
Gabe still fits in it. It's like still big on him actually. Like, and I made those things like when Trubin was a baby. No.
I have a wallaby pattern. I wonder if I should make them wallabies.
The wallabies are awesome. I love them.
So let's talk owls.
Okay.
I have one owl left. Stupid arithmetic. But actually, Andy has been talking about the Harry Potter sweater that he wears in Deathly Hallows 1. It's that brown one. It's like cabley. Or is it gray and cabley? I think Ron is the brown one.
Yeah, I was like, Ron has a brown sweater that's cabley.
Okay, so Harry's is gray. And he wants one like that. So I have to go and like look it up for a screenshot or something.
I bet someone's made it.
Has they?
I bet.
I looked in Ravelry and like they have Neville's sweater.
Oh.
But I haven't seen that one. Well, anyways, I have this brown tweed Cascade 220.
Okay.
That I got in a D-stash. That was already caked. So Monday, I started winding it into skeins and counting to make sure
yardage.
I would have enough yardage. And I got about halfway through and I got bored.
You could have just waited.
Well, now you tell me. Well, you're not supposed to store yarn in cakes because it takes the springiness out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sorry.
I think we're done with it. And I know accurately how many yards now.
Good.
But,
do you have enough?
I'm only halfway through.
Oh, you didn't finish.
And, yeah, because I got halfway through and I got bored with it and I stopped and I started spinning. So, if I have enough, I might try designing that cable-y sweater.
Okay.
And knitting. Because I don't like to knit cables written out. I like to knit them as a chart.
Yes.
So that.
Agreed.
Charting a previously uncharted pattern will work for arithmancy.
Arithmancy or astronomy?
I mean, ancient runes.
Ancient runes. Okay. I'm like, what are you...
Charting a previously uncharted pattern works for ancient runes. That's the only owl I have left. And I'm kind of like not letting myself do a newt because I need to break month 1. And 2, I need to finish all my freaking owls so they can be done.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are you thinking of doing?
My last owl is astronomy.
Oh, that's not hard. That's a good one.
Yeah and no, though. Like, a lot of it like, just doesn't speak to me. And people are like, you can do whatever. You can just use sparkly yarn. And, like, I just...
Dream option.
Yeah, writing a pattern. Like,
Is it a pattern?
no, that's divination that you're thinking of. Astronomy is like option 1 is like
Make a solar system.
the celestial bodies and blah blah blah. The option 2 is interpret the solar system in fiber, which someone's like, you should just spin. Which I thought about that like 2 years ago when I was newer to spinning. Now I can. It wouldn't be challenging enough even just to do like enough of the planets. You know what I mean? Like I can spin that a lot faster.
If you do spinning for classes, then if you do
that too, and so I'm like, I'm not spinning for that owl. And then Kay was saying that it doesn't necessarily mean fiber when interpreting fiber. She's like, you can use yarn, and if you had like a lot of little things, you know, you could do different things to interpret each planet. And I was like, I don't want to think that much, or like I feel like I'm being lazy, or I'm being like a 2-year-old about it, and I just don't like this owl. I don't. So the third option is be light years ahead of your time and design, like write a pattern. Okay, so
you have to do the hard kind that I did. I wouldn't recommend.
So
a hard pattern. You can do like a simple pattern.
Did you see what I put on Google Plus?
No, because I've been sewing all day.
Well, it was a couple days ago. I don't have it in here. But I made a little sketch of like a dress / tunic type sweatery thing for a little girl. Which will be, I want to do it top down, with raglan sleeves, but like poofy sleeves. And then it's going to have this like big cable that, goes down like on the side. That you can wear with like leggings or tights.
That sounds like awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, in my head it's cool, but I don't know if I'll get it to work out. Yeah, she likes it.
So
and Leah's mad that I'm not making her one. But I'm thinking of, I was at first thinking like of trying to ask Knitpicks if I could like design it for them or whatever, but I don't want to go through that process. Like, I'm just being lazy about it. But I think I will use Knitpicks yarn. I want to use either Comfy, which is cotton and acrylic, or Cotlin, which is cotton and linen, because I want to be able to have it in summer, because I'm knitting it in summer.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously people could make it out of whatever they want later. So yeah, I'm a little excited about it. I don't think it should be too hard. The chart is the only thing that I'm worried about. I don't have Excel. I downloaded some program that someone said is kind of like Excel, so I'll see if I can actually make a chart. I don't know. You've made charts before, right?
Yeah.
Google Docs, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I said, and then someone's like, here, do this. So I said, okay.
Their spreadsheet. You could just use their spreadsheet.
That's what I thought, but anyways, I don't know how you make, like, the cable symbols and stuff. Anyway, so I'll have to figure that out. But I hate writing up patterns, but we'll do it. I'll do it. And I think it just has to be published to a blog. It can be a PDF too, but like if worst comes to worst, like because the PDF part, it was annoying to me. You've done a lot of mine. I think I did one of my own. You know,
if you have Google Chrome, it should do it for you.
Really? Make a PDF?
Yeah. Well, you can, when you go to print something, it should come up and it'll say as a PDF, save as a PDF. Mine always does, at least.
That's cool. So you can just do it in Google Docs and it'll...
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll have to test that out. Anyway, so I think I'm going with that option.
Okay, I'll test that for you.
Alright, I'm going to try and have it written up by like the first month so that people can test it.
Yeah.
In the second and third month, right?
Well, I think I knit a sweater. I have a purple tank top that I made, and it was a cotton acrylic blend. And it was, it's a little hot.
Okay, so no.
So the cotton linen should be a little bit not as hot because linen is usually used in warmer areas, right?
That's what I was thinking. Well, the cotton acrylic, I think it's like a 80% cotton. I don't have my Knit Picks magazine here. I think it's like an 80% cotton.
Well, and you know, their yarn is cheap enough that you could.
Well, I was thinking of buying some of both and swatching with it and seeing which one I liked best. Because really, I think it's like $2.99 a ball, and I think you get around like 100 and I'll say 50 yards for each one ish, or 20 yards or something. So I was thinking, and I don't know how much yardage I'll need. I was thinking like 600 ish for like a long sweater. What do you think for a Chloe size sweater?
What is the weight?
I was gonna do worsted. I had thought about going thinner, like a sport or DK, but then I was like, that's just gonna be a lot of knitting. Like, is that bad of me, or should I go thinner?
I think though, if you want her to wear it in the summer, you probably do want it to be thinner, because I think that probably with that tank top that I have, it's a worsted weight, and I think had it been like sport weight or less, it probably would have been a lot nicer. Because I do have one that is a mercerized, or however you say, mercerized, whatever,
mercerized
cotton, that I made another like cowl necked tank top, cowl sleeveless shirt out of. It's lighter to wear than the tank top, which has less on it.
So, okay.
And it was like a sport, or maybe a DK. It was a DK.
Maybe I'll do that option, I guess.
Which, yes, it means a little bit more knitting, but I think you're going to get more wear out of it.
Well, and then part of me was like, I want this pattern to be versatile. Like, you can use it and use wool or acrylic or whatever, and like have it for winter too, and just wear it over a you know, like a long sleeve shirt with jeans or whatever, or leggings, or so I don't know. That's why I was thinking more worsted weight, but that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, if you make it, and it's a tunic, so does it have sleeves or short sleeves?
Just like little.
You can always put like a long sleeve T-shirt underneath it.
Yeah. I also, like, if I can figure out the math of it, I would like to make it from like baby to adult, because I think it could be cool. But for right now, I'm just gonna make it like, you know, small child to small child.
Yeah.
Or like baby to small child.
There's not a lot of child patterns out there, so that's like cool. There's a lot of baby patterns, but not a lot of child patterns.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing, and here's my thing, like, people always have like 0 to 3, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, blah blah, you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking of doing like a 6 month, or 6 to a year, like a 1 to 2, a 3 to 4, a 5 to 6, a 7 and 8, and maybe a 9 and 10.
Okay. I will test the 9 and 10 for you.
Okay.
I call dibs.
So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking so far.
That's good.
But yeah. It's hard for me to not like sit here and I want to like start it and like figure it out, but you can't. Like, I gotta wait.
Well, you can.
I can swatch. Well, I need to order the yarn first. But I'm glad I talked to you about it, because I was thinking the thinner yarn in the beginning, because I'm like, it will be summer.
DK, because it's not super thin and it's not super fat either.
Right. It's in the middle. So that's probably what I'll do. But I do think I want to get some of the comfy and the Kotlin. I don't know, how do you say it?
Yeah.
Just to test them both out, I'll do swatches of each. And I want to try, did you see Leslie, how, from the Knit Girls, how when she did swatches, for, I forget what sweater she did, but she did them in the round. I think she said it was a Stephen West class that she took. But in the round, but it was in a square. But like you do different decreases like on each corner, and you go around all the way to the middle. Like you knit. Am I making sense? Like and you see which decreases you like best. So she used 4 different size needles, and I think she did 4 different kinds of yarn, or the colors of yarn, and then the different decreases to see what she liked the best.
That's
So I
cool.
think I want to try that too. Because I don't always like the way my decreases look. Like, I've been knitting forever, and like I don't know, they're not always like the nicest. I don't know.
No, that sounds like a cool.
Just try different things out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that we're just rambling.
We are. It's probably like way over an hour.
Yeah. So thanks for watching our show. Please come back. It probably won't be for 2 weeks because this is the off month.
Yeah.
Check out our show notes on the podcast blog, the Weasley Sisters Podcast.wordpress.com. You can stop over at our Ravelry group and drop us a line and say, hey, we liked your show, or hey, your t-shirt was green, or you can say whatever you want. We like comments. So yeah,
find us, talk to us, have a good week or 2. We'll talk to you later.
bye.
Bye.